everybody, and
And
welcome
welcome back.
to You
Sorry.
Don't Need a Hamster.
You need a therapist. There's a glitch. We're on Zoom. Oh, should I think you can say Zoom? That's like product play. I started to have a stroke then.
Choose
Product play. Do that again, actually. I think we should do that again. Go again.
again. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to You Don't Need a Hamster.
You need a therapist.
Oh, yeah. Me and Hannah are back. It's late, though, isn't it? This is quite late podcast recording for us. It's 10:30.
Oh my God. What the hell? It's past my bedtime.
What the hell is going on? You can't see this. This is the thing, though. Like, you do things like that, which only I
Yeah.
can see
For good reason.
for good reason. Okay, nothing dodgy.
No,
Apart from there's a
obviously.
lot of tongue action then, but
Yeah. Because, like, when we were in voice last year, Michelle told us, like, really use our tongues. Remember, it was all tongues.
yeah, you gotta warm it up.
You do. And at the time, we thought, oh, awkward. But now,
Well, I thank Michelle for your tongue mobility.
Michelle liked my post the other day. I thought, oh my God, I've made it in life.
I love Michelle. I really miss her.
Does she do this year's cohort?
Yeah, I think
Not
so.
do, but like, did you teach voice for them?
Yeah, I think so.
Cute.
How adorable.
That's not actually today's episode of.
No, today's episode, we're keeping it cash. We're just gonna do a little
Lily is actually in bed.
Millie is in bed. Oh, it's 10:30. What did I say? Half past
Oh yeah,
10.
I can't even get into my bed.
Yeah, because your room's a tip.
Actually bad.
We're on insert.
Zoom.
Yeah, but you
Insert.
told me you just
Oh,
right.
yeah, I did.
A minute
Sorry.
ago, Hannah said, "Well, you can't
I
say
forgot.
in
Forgot we.
Zoom because it's product
Yeah, I
placement."
forgot we were recording.
Well, I hope we're recording. Why are we?
So bad.
That's part of your debrief, isn't it?
Yeah, I hadn't. We had basically like so me and Millie hadn't caught up in a while, and then we had a FaceTime, and I actually lost the plot. 'Cause I was trying to tell her this story, and I wanted to say it for the podcast, but I couldn't say it because it was too funny.
Yeah.
That was, wasn't it, Millie? Did you enjoy that story?
It was quite hard. It was one of those where like it was quite
It
hard
wasn't
because
even that funny that
you were finding it so funny that you couldn't like get the story out.
I've not laughed like that for ages. I really needed to laugh like that. I love laughing. I love it when you really belly laugh, like when you can't breathe. You actually feel like you've done an ab workout. You've laughed so much. Like you don't need to go to the gym. I never go to the gym, so but
I went to
that.
the gym this morning. I did a spin class, guys. 7 a.m. And next week, oh, running out of time.
Got 9 minutes.
Wait, how do we know how long we've got left?
It's got 9 minutes, but the thing is, you'll just have to end it and have to make another Zoom call and just bang them together. You know what I
Oh
mean?
God, yeah, okay.
It just is what it is, Millie. You know what? Live and let live. Like free. It's all about free spirit.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
What? You going to the gym again next week?
no, next week I'm going to do clubber size with my friend Michelle from work. Michelle.
Sorry, that was literally the most middle-aged conversation I think I've ever heard.
I know because, well, Michelle is a lot old, not a lot older than me, older than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. So what is clubber
Michelle is a
size?
mother.
Not
Michelle,
the Michelle we were talking about with the tongues.
no, Michelle.
Michelle. What? But first of all, rather than about Michelle, who I don't know and none of the listeners probably know, what is clubber size?
Clubber size is basically, it's like Zumba, like dance exercise, but you go and you get glow sticks and it's dark and it's like a club. Is that my old school? Is that my old secondary school? How rogue is that?
There's actually a lot I could say, but nothing I could say that wouldn't get me cancelled.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually.
I'm really excited for you to let us know how that goes. I think I'm a bit cold. I'm just gonna put this on. But
My body.
I would like to have a full debrief on our next recording session, please, about clubber size.
Will
If
do.
for me and the listeners who are not going to be able to witness it firsthand, but we can live vicariously through you.
Yeah. Well, I've not actually decided if I'm gonna go.
Oh, well, that's actually fake news then, isn't it? Why did
But
you
I think
announce it?
I will. No, I think I will.
You
I
should
think
go.
I should.
Yeah.
I think
You know
I'll
what?
enjoy it. Me and Michelle will
We,
have a great time.
we only live once, and we only regret the things we don't experience.
Yeah, and clubber size will be something I have
Because I
experienced
mean,
at the end of next week.
it's one of those things, isn't it? Like you've just got to try. What's the worst can happen? Like you, bunch of middle-aged women, glow sticks. I mean, in a school hall, I can't think of anything that could go wrong. What time of the day is it?
In the evening, 7:30.
Ooh, I was expecting it to be at 10 a.m., can't lie. Thought it was for the yummy mummies.
No. 7 a.m. 7:30.
7 a.m., can you imagine?
7 a.m.
I mean, bro, you'd have to have taken something to want to do clubber size at 7 a.m., even if you are an early riser.
Yeah, clubber size would not be. I think clubber size is an evening activity, really, isn't it?
It strikes me as an evening activity. When you've got a babysitter for the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know, I don't know. I mean, actually, I've got one child, obviously, but you say not my child, but it's actually
Oh,
my child.
sorry, when did I say that? No, well,
Oh,
I did because
yeah,
you were confusing
yeah.
the listeners by saying,
Yeah, I know. Absolute fake news, isn't it?
I
Fake news.
know, I love you, Teddy, but you can't say that you're a mother, actually.
I
I know
can
you are
actually.
a mother, but like, can you see how that might
Um,
be a little bit misleading?
we can't really know.
Okay, brilliant. So today's episode,
Millie doesn't want to be deep this evening,
no, I don't. I had a whole social media episode planned, but it just felt
which
a
is
bit like
which
heavy.
I can't lie to you all was absolute news to me.
I did, well, it shouldn't have been news to you because I sent you a message about it the other day
What?
on Snapchat, I think, but you've not been opening my Snapchats.
No, right. Well, actually, that is very true because I did turn my phone off because the world was jarring the fuck out of me, and I can't lie to you. I was like, sorry.
Maybe we should talk about social media then, because I'm doing the same. What? Why are you sad face? Do you not want to?
No, I'd love to. Wait, what are you doing to social media?
I've deleted all my social medias.
Again?
No, I've just taken them off my phone. Not in a unhealthy way. Like
No,
when
no. You know what?
I'm on a social media detox.
Love it. So important, babe. So important. Good.
I know.
Good.
I've taken them all off my phone. I'm obviously, I mean, those
Georgie,
eagle-eyed listeners out there will notice I'm still posting on the podcast.
how do you do that?
Well, I do it on my laptop.
Oh, wait, can you post on Instagram on your laptop?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And
How
that's
do you...
just, yeah, brilliant.
No, that's really good.
So, because
It,
I think it might be true. Like, you know, when like scientists say things and you're like, well, are you sure about like our attention spans going down and stuff? And then the other day I actually thought, I do actually think my attention span is struggling these days.
no, Beverly actually did her own research on the impact of social media. Feral, I know. Basically, so Beverly was absolutely anti. Well, first of all, she was anti all technology for a long time. We won't go into that. That was a bit traumatic, but anyway, anti all social media, anti all technology. Then did eventually realize that like actually having a phone probably would be useful. Then is like obviously now obsessed and I stalks my location at all times. But anyway, beside the point. Never on social media. Beverly was like, ew, you'll never see me on social media. Never see me on social media. Well, you best believe when I moved out, she was like, came crawling, didn't she? Came crawling, going, maybe I could, because obviously I do my activism on social media. She's like, I don't know, mate. And I was thinking, oh, okay, Bev the Web. Anyway, so get Beverly on social media. I'm like, obviously, like fully private. She goes, it's so funny though, because she's got a picture of Teddy as her profile picture. So people think that it's like my account for Teddy. So people try and follow. First of all, she doesn't know how to accept a follow request anyway, so it's fine. So she doesn't post anything. But anyway, but people think it's me because they think it's my account for Teddy and she's going, huh? All these people they're looking, wanting what they want from me. And I'm like, Beverly, they don't want anything from you. They don't want it. They don't know it's you to begin with.
They want stuff from Hannah.
And they also don't want anything. Like, I'm like, God, Christ on a bike. Anyway, but she went on, not as bad on Instagram because obviously Instagram's mainly just like feed. And obviously now it does like come in with other stuff, but she only follows like a very small amount of people.
Yeah.
Um, but then on TikTok, obviously, because you have your For You page, you best believe, Beverly went down a rabbit hole and she was like, she was getting so triggered and she was like, about all these other teachers because she's a teacher and all these other teachers like telling her like, and she was like, oh my God, like it is so weird because she was like, it's influencing me. So then she had to delete TikTok.
Yeah.
Um, but then I kept sending her TikToks to watch of Norma, and then she was like, I had to re-download TikTok. I was
That's
like,
a
Beverly, you don't have to
Norma.
re-download Norma, Norma,
Who's Norma?
the old lady, Jess and
Jess
Norma,
and Norma, yeah.
love.
I love Jess and Norma.
Yeah, I've actually seen any of their
Bill
videos
loves
recently.
Jess and Norma as well.
Oh my God, what a foursome. We all love Jess and yeah, Jess and Norma. But anyway, so yeah, it was just feral. But Beverly was like, yeah, no, because she's like she started to like question her like ability to teach. And I was like, Beverly, you've literally taught for like 30 years. Why are you letting some literal waste man on TikTok as quote from what Romesh Ranganathan did on Would I Lie to You? If you know, you know, tell you how to teach based on TikTok. I was like, what are you doing? She was like, I know. I was like, I've been influenced. I was like, Beverly. So you've deleted your socials.
Yeah,
Which socials were you
minus.
the worst at?
Sorry?
Which socials were your worst ones that like impacted your mental health or like whatever?
I think, well, thing is, I love TikTok and I could like, and I actually find TikTok interesting, but then Instagram is probably my worst because I just click on it and then just start scrolling. But there's actually, I find it's actually really uninteresting. There's nothing of interest going on Instagram for me.
What about my account? Rude.
Well, no, there is. Okay. Well,
Joking.
obviously, there are like bits,
Yeah,
but
no.
once you've viewed the day's content of like,
I'll be honest, right? This is so bad, like, I actually don't go scroll through Instagram
I go through the stories and then I kind of,
very rarely. The thing is, like on mine, any like you don't ever post on Instagram. Like the people who I like speak to, but if you do, you come right up at the front of like mine. So
yeah.
like I yeah, I am bad. I do.
That's not bad though. I think that's quite good.
Yeah, but like I just like post my own stuff and then don't listen to anybody else.
That's okay. Sometimes I don't listen to yours.
Well, that's really because you'll get some absolute nuggets. Great nuggets.
Yeah, but I get all the nuggets from you
That's so true. No,
directly.
but you get the actually like moronic things. Like that's like my best self put on there. My actual wisdom.
Yeah, well, I think I like your worst self.
But no, it's interesting, right? Because I used to, I don't know, I think TikTok was mine like doom scrolling, but now
Yeah.
I actually, it's Vinted. I go on Vinted like it is social media and it's as dangerous. I don't even really buy. I go through and I like. My favourites on Vinted is Feral. And then people are messaging like, are you interested? I think, no,
No.
what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to me? I'm just, no. I'm going through, I like Vinted like I like Instagram.
But that's
Like, search for like
interesting
different things on
because
Vinted. Mental.
since I've taken all of my social medias off my phone, now Vinted is my first port of call. And also
Yeah.
because I'm really like trying, oh, cheeky email, because to, I'm trying to save at the moment. And also, I don't need any more clothes. I'm trying to be a minimalist. So I'm like really trying to cut down on my clothes.
I couldn't be a minimalist. Absolutely not.
Well, I
I
can't
wish
be a minimalist, but I'm just
I
trying.
wish I could.
Yeah,
Just
well, that's the
I
thing. I'm
saw
trying.
this thing on Pinterest. On Pinterest, it was like about like a basically like to live the best life, ADHD is need to be minimalist because it's like a part of their like my executive functioning breakdowns are all about having too much stuff, but like I can't. I just can't.
Well, I found, yeah, because I find sometimes, I mean, this is a bit of a minimalist thing, but since I've cleared out my wardrobe and like really taken it down to the basics of like, and I'm nowhere near a minimalist, but I've taken it down to like things that I actually know I wear and I like
Actual
wearing.
ward.
It makes it so much easier in the mornings to like choose what you're wearing because you're like, okay, literally just pick out a random pair of trousers and a random top and they generally will go together.
Um, I like was like I need to stop going on social media because like it does like slightly rot my brain. But interestingly, not in the way that like it's not that like I go on social media and I'm like influenced by all these people like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm having such a rubbish life. It's not that. Mine is just like the constant contact.
Yeah.
Like I literally that's my thing, which is why I like went off because I was just like, first of all, I was really jarred by humanity, and that was just I was like, you know what? The next person who speaks to me, I am going to. So I was like, no. But it is that like because basically I spent the whole of like yesterday in bed. Oh my God, not done that forever. Because like I'm so ADHD, like I can't ever stay in bed. I'm just turned off from the world, and it's like sometimes you just need because like it's constant communication. Like, the problem is right when you come back on and like it does so jarring. I think we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
People are like, why didn't you answer me? And I just think
It is that thing
because
of
I
like being having that much like ability to contact people. It does like, and the thing is that everyone feels it, don't they? Like everyone feels the like, why aren't they replying to me? And then when you're the one not replying though, you're like, yeah, well, actually, it's
but
okay.
this is the thing.
I just think it is that thing of because you're so accessible, people just think that like you should be able to reply constantly. You'll be really proud of me, actually. My work-life balance, I've really tried hard. When I'm at work, I'm working, and then when I'm not working, I'm actually not working.
No, that's really good. Work-life balance is really important,
Yeah.
especially when your work and life could the lines blur.
Yeah.
Although, as Lily said from Be the Change Media Network, my work-life balance is obviously really good at the moment. I'm not working, that's the problem.
Oh, okay. That'll be why then.
No, is that true? No, the thing is, right, I've like, I'm just, actually, yeah, no, I don't really know. I'll be fair, I haven't actually been on my emails all week, and I've got like about 48,000. Sorry. I put a load of stuff on Vinted, and obviously I'm very lucky. Like people purchased, it was going feral. Did I tell you Beverly's calling herself like Postman Pat, singing the theme tune with her little parcels on the way to co-op to like drop off the parcels. It's like mental. But honestly, the notifications and emails because you get like six
Ages.
emails per thing, and I just think, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you emailing me? And I get like I got like 40,000 emails. And I'm like, I can't search through the emails to like find the nuggets
Yeah.
that I actually need. Mental, mental. But yeah, I don't know. What was about social media? So you've deleted apart from Snapchat.
Yeah, Instagram and TikTok mainly.
Would you do you go on Facebook?
I don't have the app because actually, here's the pint
Why?
of hot tea. I actually think Facebook is the most negative of all the social medias, minus
Yeah, well, that's
Twitter slash X.
I don't have X deleted.
Well, okay.
You have Threads.
No, I don't have threads. I
I
don't
do.
know what threads is,
Neither
really.
do I, but I've got 117 followers.
I don't really understand threads.
What is it?
And I don't, I just, to be honest, every time threads comes up for me, I just think it's just one more thing that I don't really need. I'm not really going to use, like, I'm not a big poster anyway.
The thing is, if I didn't do it for like my activism, I literally wouldn't do it. I'll
Yeah.
be honest. I mean, now I do a bit of like on my other account, like a bit of like arty stuff, but like that's all for fun. Like I literally don't care. Like if anybody sees, I really don't care. But only my activism one, I don't really only like obviously the message I want to just spread. Actually, to be fair, like I'll be honest, LinkedIn, that's where it's at.
No. I have LinkedIn. I just don't. I honestly, I made the account and then I've never used it since. And that's
I'll be
poor, I know. Um,
LinkedIn is mental though. I like I sometimes I just think you because the problem with LinkedIn is that you've like actually got to be like you got to like have an even more brain power because you've got to like actually be professional when you like reply to people's messages. Whereas on DMs you don't have to be quite as professional. Although also on my professional dashboard, whatever that is, it's like 49.0K people have like been on my profile in the past month. I was like, who are these people? What are they looking at?
that's the thing.
But I the best thing ever was when I like on my that like all my people like I think is it people who I don't follow,
Yeah.
all of their messages go into message requests, and that's the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
So WhatsApp, you know what is the worst? WhatsApp, that is the worst out of all of them. So I've had to mute the whole of WhatsApp so that I don't even get important messages because I'm like, sorry, I can't cope. I'm in these random groups for like things and I'm like,
That's the
sorry,
best thing that I've ever done is muted
mute
app.
WhatsApp. Oh yeah, absolutely. I
So
literally
I
love
did
it.
that because I deleted Instagram for a little bit earlier in the year. And then when I put it back on because I was just feeling overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that was coming in. And then when I put it back on, I put it so that I wouldn't get any notifications because I
Yeah.
just thought I don't need it.
I don't get notifications on Instagram. You know what actually is also for me the worst. Forgetting actually I don't find Instagram that stressful anymore. I think I just don't really like go on Gmail. I want to delete my emails.
Not social medias. You're now just targeting communication platforms. Anyway, Gmail, tell me your gripes with.
Gmail, no, because sorry, but like, oh, just it's just so jarring. Because the thing is, right, this is my problem, and I do know, like, but it's like the whole work-life balance. Like, I get really things that I get really stressed. Like, I get so stressed about not replying to people. But then it's so interesting because, like, I have learned that actually other people, like, especially in like the positions that I'm in, obviously, like, if you're like got a job, like a as in like a like 9 to 5 or whatever, like obviously answer your emails in your 9 to 5, like you got no excuse. But like no one else actually replied as well as I did. Like, and
Yeah,
I was like, replying myself in knots, and obviously like now, but now I'm like the opposite because I literally like I'm really bad. Like I've actually got emails from week, but I just can't because things it just got too much. And then I but then
yeah,
because what I did, Billy, let me tell you, this is what I did. One night I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh my goodness, all of this going on. I'm failing as a human being because I'm not answering my bloody emails and my WhatsApp groups. And I thought, you know what? You know what, really? Like think about it. I thought, it's not that deep. Like, what are they actually going to do?
no, I
What's
know.
gonna happen? Is the Gmail little gremlins gonna come round and like get in my bed? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I hope
I
not.
don't
I hope the
like,
Gmail gremlins aren't getting in your bed.
and I just thought, you know what, Hannah, like, life is too short to be
Mm.
this stressed over Gmail.
I just set up my 10 minutes, like a 10 minutes a day of responding to
Mm,
everyone. And that's my
I
favorite thing.
forgot. You told me that in the last one of these.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry, I just need to go on Finch, but I need to just make sure that my Finch, that is the best thing I've ever downloaded.
That's my other like obsession since deleting my social medias. No, Vinted's got really bad though because
It is, no, it's mine's really bad. Like it's an addiction.
but
It's
my
like
my cousin's getting married in a year and
oh,
the
not what I was expecting.
and the save the date came through the other day and I've started shopping for wedding guest dresses already and I'm obsessed to just scroll through them on Vinted for hours.
It's so bad. So bad.
But well, not for hours. I got an app, a screen time app as well. I'm really on it. Like this is why I
Oh,
want to
really?
talk about it because I had a little revelation in the week. Because
Yeah.
as well, I can't lie. The thing that got me is, you know how everyone says about the attention spans and how like TikTok is ruining our attention spans because we don't last longer than a minute.
I
Because they,
mean, I've got ADHD.
I know,
I
but
don't
like
think
I
I'm really
used to
very.
be able to like watch a film, and I'm really struggling with that. And like,
I've never been able to watch a film
well,
ever.
yeah, that's because you're ADHD. Whereas
Oh.
for me, I used to be able to, and like I used
Okay.
to go to work and like not like it was dull, but it wasn't like
You
I
realize the addiction.
yeah, I was like I feel like really, really understimulated in certain
Mm.
situations now.
Yeah.
But then also I find social media rather overstimulating at times. So I'm trying to just reset, hence
Yeah.
taking everything off my phone. Because as well, it's just taking like putting like I find that with a lot of things, if you put like a minor barrier, like it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the biggest barrier in the world, but just a small inconvenience that makes you stop and think before you go and do something.
It is that thing of like, it is so true, but like we are just like, it is for the easiest life.
Yeah.
And like once, if it's not easy, you're less likely to like
I find that
It,
even going to sleep, I've got an eye mask now. When I put my eye mask on, it makes it so much harder to like not go to sleep because if I want to go on my phone or I want to do
your
something
eye mask
not,
off.
I have to take my eye mask off, and it's just
Yeah.
putting like a little ball, a little a little tiny hurdle.
Yeah,
Like
in
it's not
between.
that hard, but like it just makes you stop for a minute and go, do I
Yeah,
really have to do that? No. Okay.
so good. So good. It's inspiring. I'm really inspired right now.
Thank you. You should be. Last year, somebody did say something quite interesting to us. He was like, the thing with social media is it's so interesting. Like, why do we all think that people care about our lives? Like, why do we think that people want to see what we're doing every second and the coffee that we had with our breakfast? And I kind of, on the one hand, I was like, yeah, yeah. Well, at the time, I was really like, yeah, yeah. And then what I've realized through my own social media journey is it's a lot less about what other people are seeing and more about like what the bits that I want to share. Do you know what I mean? Like the bits of my life that I really enjoy and want to share. And like it is that thing of like it is all the best bits. But if you want to share your coffee in the morning, share it. Do you know what? It's for other people to put their boundaries in place. With that being said, though, let's not be sharing content that is harmful.
Well, what I eat in a day.
Let's not be doing what I eat in a days.
You don't need what I eat in a day. Well, anything else about social media that you planned on your episode?
No, when I said planned, I more meant mentally I planned it. Mentally, I said,
No, because you weren't going on any technology, so you couldn't plan it online.
exactly.
Any wild, worldly wise tips other than just delete it?
Delete
I like
it.
letting it.
Leave your phone. Like, I just leave my phone upstairs now. Because again, put in your little barriers. Just your
Does
little
that?
barriers
I
work.
bet. I bet that makes Jill and Dave really happy that you leave your phone upstairs.
Yeah, well, they're on their phone, so they barely notice that I've not got mine.
Shade. That's okay. But well done, Millie. I'm really proud of you.
Thank
What
you.
have you what have you been watching on TV?
Been watching
I haven't got anything to watch at the
Holby
moment.
City because one of my old teachers is in it.
I thought that was ended. Is
It
it
has
back?
ended. It has. I've gone back
Oh,
and I'm watching
yes.
because you can watch it on you, but you can only watch season. Well, I started watching season 18 and then they took that off. So then it was a bit awkward because then I had to jump ahead to season 19 and everything had happened. And I was like, oh God, these people have broken up. He's dead.
I know
What?
it's mental, isn't it? Because when I like that's Pat used to love that program, um, and we used to watch that, and it was mental. It was just like you just think that honestly, the drama, what is
Yeah,
going on? And then you think, oh, it's not real life, and then you actually spend a lot of time in hospital, and you think, actually, this is so real, like it's actually mental.
this is real life.
But yeah.
Oh.
Well, I hope that you've got something that you can actually use as an episode from this.
And this, unfortunately, is where Zoom decided to cut us off. But we really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave it a 5-star review, and we hope to see you next week. Goodbye.